David Bay here for MuscularDevelopment.com. We are in Las Vegas for the 2016 IFBB Olympia weekend, hanging out here at the Nutrabolics booth with Henri Pierre. Henri, a good year for you. We saw you in Vancouver. I saw you get better for Tampa this year. You're one of these guys, seem to be making big improvements over the last couple of years. Talk to us about moving forward into 2017. What do you got planned, man?
A big year for me in 2017. I'm planning to do 4 to 5 shows. Hope to starting with New York, Toronto, then maybe hit something around the Tampa and another show at the end of the year. I got the keyword mass and mass and mass, right? So I'm going to work on that. The off season kicks off pretty well. I'm holding now at 289, 290, you know. Been following now by Chris Aceto for my second year. We're going to go to second year. I have Chris Cormier coaching me on the training part. So everything goes very well right now.
Yeah. Now, as far as training, you're one of these guys. Everybody talks so much, especially with Kevin Levrone coming back this weekend. Everybody talks so much about aesthetics, and those old school physiques with the small waist and the broad shoulders. And you're one of the guys in the IFBB that really jumps out, that brings that kind of physique. I know Peter McGuff, when we were down in Tampa, had great things to say about you. But as far as moving forward, the talk is you got to add a little bit of size on your legs. I mean, are you concerned about, trying to add mass while keeping those lines that you have and that you've become known for in just a few short years?
Right. Well, I don't want to at all lose my image. This is my trademark, my lines, my small waist, classical physique that I represent. I definitely want to keep that going on, and especially with all that big, movement of the all classical physique coming back, the old school look. Kevin Levrone said it yesterday, actually, at the conference, that he wants to bring it back because now guys are, there is more tendency towards the freak mass. I want to keep it nice and simple. I have to bring up my legs a bit more. That's definitely something that's lacking for me right now, but definitely keep my look. So no, keep the small waist, and I think I'm improving every year. You've been knowing me now for 3 years. Every year improving. You don't want to skip. You don't want to go too fast. Like you said, like I could go crazy next year and just like blow up my stomach and get 30 pounds on, and then you're gonna look at me like, oh, that's not the Henri we know, right? So I need to keep the trademark. I need to keep the lines. So definitely, I'm happy that looks coming back, because I think also the judges are going to look a bit more towards that way. They're going to give more points for guys that shows up with nice tight middle section and classical physique. It's a bit too bad that also the classic physique division, that just came up, don't allow me to compete there, because
yeah, I was going to say, I mean, there's so much talk about guys who have physiques like yours dropping to classic, but the one thing we got to keep in mind is that there's weight limits, and you're about 6'2"?
The weight limit
6'3",
and in my opinion, excuse me, but I think it's ridiculous, because on my height I would have to lose 30 pounds of muscle to compete. So just like a bit like Cedric Millen says again yesterday at the conference, is like there wasn't a place like me back then. Now it's coming back to us. So definitely, I want to stay in the open division. This is where I am. This is where I love to compete, and each year improving. And I'm very sure that 2017, you'll be seeing me a different Henri, bigger, tight as this used to be, and keep it tight, keep the same lines also. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we're definitely looking forward to it. We are here in Las Vegas. It is Olympia weekend, so I got to get your prediction. Is Phil going to get 6, or are we going to see somebody else walk away with the title on Saturday?
Definitely Phil Heath, number 6. I think he's going to have a good run also. But I can't wait to see Kevin Levrone lower body. We said upper body yesterday at the show, at the conference. I don't know what Dexter's going to bring up, Sean, but I think Phil Heath, especially from the back, he's a guy who cannot beat. I think the only guy who could give him a good run was Kai Green, with his the mass and the way his back was looking when he was flexing and all that. But definitely Phil for number 6, yeah.
All right, there you have it, guys. We're looking forward to seeing Henri in 2017 back on stage. We're going to find out in just a few short days whether his prediction of Phil Heath as the winner comes true. But for right now, we're going to wrap things up, let him go. So one more time, David Bay with Henri Pierre for MuscularDevelopment.com here from the 2016 IFBB Olympia weekend in Las Vegas.